After leaving the White House, Barack Obama seemed to live a calm, peaceful life. The media showed him reading books, spending time with his family, and occasionally giving lectures to young people at universities. But behind that public image, hidden in the shadows, there was a truth no one knew. Obama himself couldn't fully explain the strange invitation he had received. One morning, he opened his mailbox to find an unmarked envelope. Inside was a single sentence that would change his life forever. "We are waiting for you for the future of the world." There was no sender, no signature, just a set of coordinates at the bottom. When Obama checked the map, he realized the spot was a tiny island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, a place not marked on any official charts. A wave of unease mixed with curiosity washed over him. Who had sent this? Why him? And most importantly, what purpose lay behind such a secret meeting? His mind filled with endless possibilities, none of them certain. After days of hesitation, he made his choice. He would go. Without telling anyone, not even his closest security detail, he boarded a private jet under the cover of night. Staring out the window, he watched the moonlight shimmer silver across the ocean's surface. His thoughts, however, were stormier than the sea below. He had met world leaders, attended countless summits, but never had he been summoned to something that felt so different. Deep down, he knew this wasn't just a meeting. It was something far bigger. When the plane landed, 4 men in black suits were waiting for him, their faces hidden by shadows. They didn't speak. They only gestured, guiding him through a long stone corridor that ended at massive double doors. With a heavy groan, the doors swung open, revealing a vast room with a round table at its center. Sitting around it were familiar figures, former presidents, powerful business magnates, even icons from the worlds of science and art. But in all their eyes, Obama saw the same thing, a secret they weren't willing to speak out loud. The moment Obama sat down, silence fell. Then, the elder man at the head of the table spoke. "Welcome, Barack," he said calmly. "We called you here because we are standing at the edge of a decision that will shape the future of the world." His voice didn't waver, but his words hung in the air like a storm cloud. Obama listened carefully, but no specifics were given. No mention of what decision, what future, only hints, quickly abandoned as the conversation veered in other directions. It was maddening, the Zeigarnik effect at work. Every thought left unfinished, every answer incomplete. As hours passed, the mystery deepened. Topics jumped from climate change to the control of artificial intelligence, to colonies being planned in space. Yet each idea drifted away before a conclusion was reached. And all the while, on the table, sat a single red-sealed folder. No one touched it. No one opened it. But Obama couldn't take his eyes off it. His pulse quickened with every glance. Whatever secret this meeting held, he was sure it lay inside that folder. The night dragged on, debates growing more intense. Some argued for a new global order, one government to unite all nations. Others fought to preserve independence at any cost. But still, no one dared break the seal on the folder. Finally, Obama couldn't take it anymore. "What about that folder?" he asked. "The one you're all staring at. What's inside?" The room froze. Faces shifted uneasily. Eyes darted from one person to the next. The old man at the head of the table smiled faintly. "Not yet," he said. "You'll know soon enough. But first, there are things you must understand." Obama leaned back, unsettled. Half answers, half decisions, half truths. Why was everything built on delays and promises of tomorrow? The word circled the room like an echo. Tomorrow, but what would tomorrow bring? Just before dawn, the meeting abruptly ended. Guests were shown to private quarters. When Obama entered his room, he found a note waiting on his bed. It contained only one line. "The day this folder is opened, the world will never be the same." Obama knew then that this journey had only begun. He had no answers, yet he could feel their weight pressing closer. That folder haunted him. The mystery inside it filled the empty spaces of his mind. And perhaps, he thought, the real danger wouldn't come from the unknown, but from the moment he finally discovered the truth. Even as he closed his eyes, the image of that red-sealed folder burned in his thoughts. What was in it? What secret could possibly reshape the entire world order? And why was he only ever given half sentences, half clues? Perhaps the greatest answer was hidden in the very act of not knowing. Because sometimes the things we don't know are far more powerful than the things we do. The next morning, sunlight poured into his room, but it did little to ease the weight in his chest. His dreams had been filled with that folder, its red seal, breaking again and again, revealing nothing but shadows. A heavy knock at the door jolted him awake. The silent men in black returned, escorting him once more to the round table. But this time, the folder was gone. In its place, a massive digital screen glowed at the center of the room. No one spoke. Then the screen flickered on, displaying images from across the globe. Farmlands cracking under drought, factories run entirely by AI with no human workers in sight, and a viral outbreak spreading like wildfire. Obama felt a chill crawl down his spine. This wasn't just a discussion. This was humanity's future on display. The old man's voice echoed through the chamber. "Now it's time. Last night we tested your patience with unfinished words. Today you'll learn the truth. The world can no longer govern itself. Nations are consuming each other. That's why a new order must be created." On the screen appeared the words, "Global Governance Plan." It outlined a future where borders would be redefined, economies controlled by a central council, and every crisis, climate, energy, population, even space colonization, would be managed by a single global authority. One scientist argued that within a decade, artificial intelligence could govern better than any current leader. Another claimed future wars wouldn't be fought over land, but over data. A billionaire declared that 70% of resources lay in the hands of only 10 nations, and that such imbalance would destroy humanity if left unchecked. Each voice added weight, each idea cracked the ground beneath them wider. At last, the red-sealed folder returned, every gaze locked on it. As the old man broke the seal, silence consumed the room. Inside were not only the plan's full details, but chilling simulations of the future. The projections were clear. Without this new order, within 20 years, the world would collapse. Food wars, mass migrations, total chaos. But if the plan were enforced, human freedom would shrink, national sovereignty would dissolve, but survival would be guaranteed. Obama inhaled deeply, memories flooding back of the oath he once swore in Washington to serve the people, to protect freedom, to stand for justice. Yet this decision went far beyond America. This was about the survival of the entire human race. And now every eye at the table turned to him, as though his voice alone could tip the scales. "This plan," Obama finally said, his voice steady, "may be the only path to survival. But a future without freedom, can we really call that a future?" His words hung in the air like smoke. Some nodded gravely, others scowled in anger. The meeting ended without a final vote. Yet the folder had been opened, the veil lifted. The first steps toward a new order had begun. Slow but unstoppable. As Obama walked out, he realized the real trial wasn't what he had heard. It was what he now carried. These secrets were his burden, and the choices he made from this point on would shape not just today, but tomorrow itself. And as he returned to his room, one thought refused to leave him. Sometimes the heaviest burden isn't what we don't know, it's what we finally learn.